St. Augustine had it right. So, have you ever had this feeling that you were meant to be doing something different? This feeling of unsettledness, this maybe an anxiousness to get started on something new, something different. You didn't really know what that was. There is just this unsettledness in your heart. Well, that's where I'm at right now. So, I quit my job. My last official day was June 1st. We're coming up. It's the end of July. It will be, I think, next week, officially 2 full months of my semi-retirement sabbatical, whatever you want to call it. I am finally starting to find healing. The notion that my value was tied into what I did is dissipating. I am starting to recognize and to really feel and to understand and know in my heart that my value is in who I am and whose I am. And I've heard, oh, you're not a human you're a human being, and I get that. I've talked about that myself in ministry, and I've given retreats. You need to sit and find the silence. You need to sit and listen to the Lord. I get all of that. Finally, after 2 months, it's almost like the scales are falling away from my eyes, as they talk about in Scripture. But for me, it's almost like I had built this shell around my heart, and that shell is starting to melt away, and I'm starting to truly understand that it's not what I do. It will never be anything that I do. Society equates our value with what we do, but God doesn't. And I'm starting to get that. I mean, it's one thing up here. I understand it. I've preached it. It's another thing for me to accept that on my own. These last 2 months, it's like I'm starting to exhale. It took a long time to get to this point. But now that that's starting to ease down, my heart is starting to churn up. The other reality of unsettledness is the more I withdraw from ministry and from other, I'm going to say worldly things, because for me ministry became almost like an industry, business. It was my job. The more that I disconnect from that, and I really do disconnect from the world, the more I'm able to hear that tiny voice of God, the quieter my soul has become. And the clearer some of these thoughts are being. When I talked to my spiritual director for that, about all of this and getting involved, she said 90 days. 90 days. And I'm just uploading a blog called the 90-Day Lockup, because that's what it's feeling like. It's this unsettledness. I also understand, because of this, being able to have this a lot of quiet time, I'm able to better listen to the Lord and recognize that my heart will absolutely 100% be restless until it rests in Him. St. Augustine had it right. Our hearts are restless until they rest in Thee. Oh yeah, the other thing too, I'm watching a lot of YouTube. I'm pointing because my TV's right here. I'm watching a lot of YouTube and a lot of travelers, and getting the traveler's bug. Jerry and I are going to Jerusalem in later on in the year. We are going to be spending 2 weeks in Jerusalem. Years would be awesome. So it gives me something to plan for. So some of that restlessness is getting channeled into something productive for us anyways. But that was the other thing. I actually said to my husband last night, how much money do we have, and how long could we travel if we sold our home? And he just looked at me like I was nuts. So I don't know. Yeah, I should probably end it here because I'm doing a lot of rambling, but I was kind of excited to just, I don't know, take a little bit of time and share that with you. Jerry's home on vacation for a couple of weeks, so I'm finding it hard to find chunks of quiet time where I can kind of gather myself and share with you. If any of this resonates with you, please subscribe, share with your friends, especially if you know of anybody that's like really struggling with some of the same things. Let's get connected, like let's share. Click the like button, share, subscribe. What else do you do? Comment below, click the bell to be notified, all of that good stuff. Follow me on Instagram. That'll be, my name is listed at the end. Check out our vlog, also on our website, which will be listed at the end here too. This went way longer than I thought it would, but yeah, know that I am praying for you always. Please pray for me, and until the next video.